If you're anything like me, it's really easy to feel listless, lifeless, and sluggish during these cold, dark months of winter. I often feel directionless, like I have no momentum and like everything takes twice as much energy as usual. One thing that does ground me though is stargazing. I love looking at the night sky. I love seeing the stars, planets, nebulas, the vastness of the cosmos. There's something so transcendent about staring into the night sky and reflecting on how small we are, how magnificent life is, and, as one of my favorite musicians, Ryan O'Neal, puts it, how rare and beautiful it is that we even exist. Living in Colorado, these dark winter months provide some of the best opportunities to see outstanding cosmic beauty. There are nights when you can see all of the planets, even Neptune and Uranus with the right telescopes. You can see the red supergiant star Betelgeuse in the constellation Orion. You can see the Pleiades and Hyades star clusters. There's just so much. The heavens, the stars are bright spots in this long, dark, and cold wintertime season. In the church calendar, this season is called Epiphany, and the central story of this season also centers around stars. I'm talking about the story of the Magi. You know these guys. They're all over the place on Christmas cards, riding camels across the desert, following a star in the sky. You've probably heard them called the Three Wise Men, or heard the song We Three Kings. That's the Magi. They often show up in nativity scenes, delivering gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the baby Jesus. But if you actually read the story in Matthew 2, these travelers arrived later than the night that Jesus was born. In fact, it could have been up to 2 years later. They're also not called wise men, they're not kings, and we're never told that there's only 3 of them. These travelers are Zoroastrian priests from Persia, practitioners of a different religion from a different country. They're astrologers, star worshippers, well known for telling fortunes and preparing daily horoscopes. Not really the people that you'd expect to know who Jesus is, and certainly not be searching for him so they could worship him and bring him gifts. And yet, it's these completely non-Jewish star worshippers who recognize the Messiah before almost any of his own people ever do. It's these members of a completely different nation and religion who don't follow God per se, who choose to act, to get up, and follow the light. The Magi had a very clear direction to move in toward the light. I love this story, especially during this time of year when I tend to feel listless and directionless. In these times, it's important for us to remember our guiding star. It's important for us to remember who we're following. The Magi followed the light of the star to find the light of the world. Today, we follow that light of the world, Christ, by intentionally pursuing and reflecting light in the midst of the darkness. We can do this by showing up for one another, by carrying and caring for one another. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. What light are you following?